fun with exploring how we move and rotate through backswing is that there's a tremendous difference in that spine moving into kind of side bend or lateral flexion, and that rib cage extending and elevating upwards to expanding and lengthening through that kind of trail side. So just being very mindful of having the inside of the heel connected to the floor. So it was only really 1%. The heel was kind of very much on the floor. The inside part of that heel, the base of the big toe, the arch of that foot is restored to that kind of trail side. As we start to rotate through backswing, as we start to push inside that heel through the base of that big toe, it's allowing that trail side of the pelvis to move upwards. In response to it, rotates around that forward flex position. However, it's being very aware that that trail side lengthens and starts to expand through backswing. So much more that expansive length to that kind of trail side, keeping the connections to the inside of that heel, the base of the big toe. We're allowing that trail side to elevate, that trail side to really then expand and lengthen. Can be a very wonderful way of exploring, for example, how we start to expand through that rib cage, how we get pressure joint loading into that kind of trail foot, the inside of the heel, through that trail hip, into that trail shoulder, how we lengthen and very much expand to that trail side. And also, for many people that live in that very compressed kind of rib cage, kind of trail shoulder position, it can also be very helpful then to start to almost decompress and lengthen up to that kind of trail side. So there's a tremendous difference in the spine moving into kind of lateral flexion side bend, to it moving into that extended position, to having that inside of the heel, the base of the big toe, kind of 1% connected to the floor. As we push into that heel, as we lengthen up through that kind of trail side of the hip, as we then start to very much expand and lengthen into that trail side of the rib cage, can be a wonderful way of exploring rotation, decompression, alongside joint loading through the heel, the hip, and also that trail shoulder.